Hey, good morning, everybody. What's up? All right, today we got to figure out how to multiply polynomials. Polynomials, what the heck is that? I don't know, but we'll have to find out. When you're done with this video, you'll be smart as heck. Okay, here we go. So when you multiply polynomials, sorry. Next. Okay, so when you multiply polynomials, you are going to, it's going to look like this. See how it's got two numbers here? It's got a b and a -3. So it says b minus 3. Other guy says b plus 2. This has two things in it. Like here's a guy, there's another guy. That's binomial. This other guy's a b plus 2. Well, that's two more things in that parentheses. So that's a binomial. This is a binomial multiplying by a binomial. So let's check it out. This is what you'll usually see. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use what's called the box method. The box method is gonna help us organize all of our numbers really nice and neat, and it'll make things a lot easier for your eyes to see. So here we go. I've got this first term. I got b minus 3. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type it in. I'm going to write it just like this. b, leave some space, put a minus 3. Now underneath that, I'm going to make a little box. I'm going to split it down the middle. One column for the b and one column for the -3. Now this guy, the b plus 2, the other guy that I've not used, I'm going to put him here on the side. There's a b on the top and the plus 2. Now I'm going to split this guy down the middle just like this. So now I have a little square, 4 squares in here. So in this first square, this b and that b are going to meet up. So it's going to be b times b. To get in the square, you have to multiply to get into the square. So b times b is going to give you a b squared. B squared. That's what this will give you. Now I've got b times a -3. That's what's going to meet in here. So it's b times -3. It's going to give you a -3b. That's what goes in that square. Now this b up here goes down. Now it's going to be a b in here times a +2. b times +2 is just a 2b. Now here we go, next guy. I have a -3 in here and a +2 in here. So -3 times a 2 is a -6. Put that in your calculator and it'll come out just like this. Now to get out of the square, all you got to do is combine the like terms. So I'm going to take the b squared out. Here's the first term. I take the -6 out. He's the last term. And now I have to combine these diagonals right here. Always like this. So I'm going to type this in the calculator. I'm going to type in -3 plus 2. This is a -3 and this is a +2 right here. So -3 plus 2 gives me a -1. But don't forget there's a b on those, so put your b there. So even though this looks like a -16, it's not. It's negative. It's the final answer is b squared minus 1b minus 6. That's our final answer. That's how we do this. Here's another one. It won't be as confusing with all these b's in here. All right. I've got a 3n minus 4 times n plus 1. All right. Step 1 is take this first guy. I'm going to write him here on the side. Oops. It's not a 2. It's a 3. All right. It's 3n, leave some space, minus 4. Now this next guy is going to go on the bottom right here. Oops. Let me make this guy's column. All right, split that down the middle. Good. Now it's going to be n and the plus 1 right there. So to get into this first square, 3n times n is a 3n squared. There's going to be two n's in here, so it's 3n squared. Now -4 times n is a -4n. Now I got a 3n coming in here with a 1. 3n times 1 is just a 3n. -4 times 1 is just a -4. So now to get out of the square, take that first guy, write him down. He'll be your first term, 3n squared. Take that -4, put him at the back. You have a -4 in the back. Now we're going to combine these little guys right here. So I have a -4 plus 3. So -4 plus 3 gives you a -1. What letter was on it? N. That's it. That's how I multiply these binomials. Next guy. I see it. It's x plus 5 squared with a little 2 right here. That's a big difference maker. Here's what that means. That just means this whole junk 2 times. So here you go. I'm going to write it down. It looks like x plus 5 times x plus 5. So now I know how to do something like this because I just did it on the top. Let me draw this line right here to separate the problem. So x plus 5 times x plus 5. I'm going to take this first guy, this first binomial, put him on the top. Make a little square. Give him a little alley. Now I'm going to take this other guy and put him right here on the side. X and a plus 5 on top. Make a little alley for him. Oops. So to get into this first square, it's going to be x times x. That's an x squared. X times 5 is a positive 5x. X times 5 is just a positive 5x. 5 times 5 is a positive 25. Now I take these numbers out. First number is x squared. Last number is plus 25. Now we combine the middle. It's a 5 plus 5. That's a plus 10 with an x on it. And that's it. That's how you multiply binomials. Easy peasy. Let's see what's up. Next one. All right, it's going to be a little bit harder right here. Look at this. You got a binomial times a trinomial. Oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Don't know. But here's what I'm going to do. I like to lay these long guys right here on the very top. So this guy's going to go on the top. So it's going to be d squared minus 4d plus 1. That's going on the top. Make my little square here. I have to have a path for the d squared, have a path for this negative 4d, and a path for that plus 1. Now I take that d plus 3 and I put them right here. D plus 3. Make a little alleys for these guys. Good. Now let's get in this first square. D times d squared, that's going to give you d to the third. Find the pattern here. It's 2 up here, and this guy has a 1, so d to the 3. Negative 4d times d is a negative 4d squared, because you have 2 d's hopping in here. D times 1 is just a 1d. D squared times 3 is a 3d squared. Negative 4d times 3 is a negative 12d. 1 times 3 is just a 3. So here we go. First guy comes out. So it's d cubed. Last guy comes out. Leave a little bit more space here. It's going to be a plus 3 at the end. Let's combine these little peanut pairs right here because they make a little peanut whenever you circle them. It's a negative 4 plus 3. Negative 4 plus 3, calculator. That gives you a minus 1 with a d squared on him. That's what those numbers had on them. Now here we go here. I got 1d minus 12d. Put that in the calculator. It's going to give you a minus 11d. And that's your final answer. That's how you do this. All right, one more time. Here we go. Now I've got the trinomial in front, which is awesome, cool. I want to write him down. 3n squared plus 2n minus 5. Do it just like that. Leave 3 columns. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. This guy comes on the side, 2n plus 1. Okay, so now getting this top square, it's going to be 2n times 3n squared. Well, 2 times 3 is a 6. You have n squared up here with an n. That's going to give you 6n to the third. Now let's get in here. 2 times 2 is a 4. I got an n here and an n here. That's an n squared. Now I've got a negative 5 times 2 gives you a negative 10. This guy has an n on him. Easy. Now this bottom guy, 3 times 1 is a 3. This guy comes with an n squared, so bring that n squared. 2 times 1 is a 2. Bring his n. And negative 5 times 1 is just a negative 5. Now let's get out of this little box. So here we go. Let's come out of here. I'm going to write him on the very top. So that's 6n to the third. This last guy is a minus 5 in the back. And now I'll get these little peanut pairs right here. 4n squared plus 3n squared. So it's 4 plus 3 is 7. That's a positive 7, and there's an n squared on him. And you got a negative 10 plus 2. Put that in the calculator. Negative 10 plus 2 gives you a negative 8 with an n on him. And this is your final answer. That's how you multiply a binomial times a trinomial. Alrighty, you guys have a lot of power right here. With great power comes great responsibility. Help your friends out. Help yourself out first. Get it for yourself, then help your friend and help your teacher. Get some good grades. Life will be super easy. Work hard. We need more heroes. Let's go. Did I come in or what?
We couldn't open the door.
Okay, I had it open.
No, I was talking to somebody.
Oops. Oops.
Oh my god, what's the last thing?
That was she said to take it off. Where's he take it off?
What?
And your headphones in.
No, I'm drinking one extra. It's not extra, unless she wants another piece.
No one liked her in middle school.
It's alright. I like her, so you better like her. I like her.
I'm hungry. I'm sorry. I do.
Bro, someone asked me what